Right now, as you watch this, galaxies are being consumed, not slowly drifting apart, not peacefully coexisting, actively hunted, stripped apart, and swallowed whole by their neighbors. And the strangest part? Our own galaxy is doing it too. The question is, what actually happens when a galaxy eats another one? And what does it mean that we are living inside a cannibal? We tend to picture space as empty, vast, cold, silent, and yes, most of it is. But zoom out far enough and you start to see something disturbing. Galaxies are not spread out evenly. They clump, they cluster, they press up against each other in enormous cosmic neighborhoods. And inside those neighborhoods, gravity is relentless. It does not care about size, it does not care about what was there first. The bigger mass wins. And over billions of years, the bigger galaxies have been feeding. Astronomers call it galactic cannibalism, and it is one of the primary ways that large galaxies like the Milky Way became as big as they are. So how does it actually work? When two galaxies get close enough, gravity starts pulling them toward each other. At first, it looks almost gentle. Long streams of stars, called tidal tails, get stretched out like taffy between the two galaxies. Those tails can stretch for hundreds of thousands of light years. Then the smaller galaxy starts to lose its shape. The outer stars get peeled away first, stripped off by the gravitational pull of the larger galaxy. Then the middle. Then the core. The whole process can take hundreds of millions of years. In cosmic time, that is still fast, faster than most stars even complete one orbit of their galaxy. And here is the part that surprises most people. When two galaxies collide, the stars inside them almost never actually hit each other. Stars are so incredibly far apart that even in a full galaxy merger, the chance of two stars directly colliding is almost zero. What you get instead is an enormous gravitational dance. Stars get flung into new orbits, gas clouds crash into each other, and something extraordinary gets triggered. When gas clouds from two galaxies slam together, they compress. And compressed gas collapses under its own gravity, which means it forms stars, millions of them, all at once. Astronomers call this a starburst, and it is one of the most violent, most spectacular things in the observable universe. Some of the most luminous objects we have ever detected are galaxies going through exactly this. Cannibal galaxies in the middle of a meal, lighting up with the birth of billions of new stars all at once. And the black hole gets involved too. Most large galaxies have a supermassive black hole at their center. When two galaxies merge, their black holes eventually start spiraling toward each other, feeding on the extra gas and dust that gets stirred up, growing, brightening, sometimes becoming a quasar, one of the brightest objects in the known universe. How do we know all of this is real? Because we can see the evidence, literally written across the sky. Around the Milky Way, there are long, thin rivers of stars called stellar streams. These are the remains of smaller galaxies we have already eaten, stripped apart, absorbed, turned into part of us. The Sagittarius dwarf galaxy is one of them. Right now, today, it is being torn apart by our own galaxy's gravity. Its stars are being pulled into long trails that wrap around the Milky Way like a scarf. We have also consumed others before it. The evidence is in the chemical makeup of certain star clusters, stars that have slightly different compositions, different ages, different orbits, that do not quite fit the rest of our galaxy. Remnants of meals eaten billions of years ago. The Milky Way is not a peaceful, self-contained system. It is a graveyard, and a hungry one. And now for the part that should make you feel something. In roughly 4.5 billion years, our galaxy will be eaten. The Andromeda Galaxy, the largest galaxy in our local group, is heading directly toward us. Right now, at about 110 kilometers per second, the two galaxies will collide. They will pass through each other, pull back, collide again, and eventually, over 1 billion years or more, they will merge into a single, enormous elliptical galaxy. Astronomers have already named it Milkomeda. And if any humans, or whatever we become, are still around to watch it happen, the night sky will be filled with a river of stars so bright and so wide it will look nothing like the sky we know tonight. The solar system itself will almost certainly survive the merger. just flung into a completely different orbit inside this new combined galaxy. But our galaxy's future meal is nothing compared to what happens at the centers of galaxy clusters. There, sitting at the heart of the largest structures in the universe, are something called brightest cluster galaxies. These are monsters, elliptical galaxies so large that they dwarf everything around them. Some of them are over 10 times the size of the Milky Way. They got that big through pure predation, sitting at the bottom of the cluster's gravitational well, pulling everything toward them. Smaller galaxies fall in, get torn apart. Their stars and gas and dark matter join the growing giant. It is slow, it is relentless, and it has been happening since the earliest epochs of the universe. In fact, galaxy mergers were far more common in the early universe than they are today. The universe was smaller then. Galaxies were closer together, collisions were almost inevitable. The large, stable, beautiful spiral galaxies we see today, including our own, were built through violence, layer by layer, merger by merger. So, why are some galaxies eating each other alive? Because gravity never stops, because the universe is not static, because everything that is large got large by consuming what was smaller. The galaxies eating each other are not anomalies. They are the rule. The peaceful-looking galaxy you see in a photograph is almost always the survivor of dozens of ancient collisions. The beautiful spiral arms, shaped by ancient mergers, the halo of old stars surrounding it, the ghosts of galaxies that no longer exist. And the Milky Way, our home, is no different. We are riding inside a cannibal, one that has eaten many times before, and one that will eat again. The collision with Andromeda is not a catastrophe, it is just the next chapter. The universe has been doing this since the beginning, building larger and larger structures through collision, merger, consumption. The cosmos is not peaceful, it is hungry, and it always has been. If this made you see our galaxy differently, if you want to understand more about the violent, beautiful, deeply strange universe we live in, subscribe. Every week we go deeper. And next time, what happens to the supermassive black holes when two galaxies merge? And why the answer involves gravitational waves powerful enough to shake the fabric of space-time itself.